friends and followers, welcome to Vidhi Vyakyan. In this video, we are going to understand about the difference between narco-analysis and polygraphic test. These techniques are adopted by various investigation authorities to collect information regarding a case. Narco-analysis is a test that involves intravenous administration of the drugs known as sodium amytal, sodium pentothal and scopolamine that causes a person to enter into various stages of anesthesia. During hypnotic stage, several questions were asked by the medical practitioner to the accused, and such information regarding a case can be collected through this technique. The second is polygraphic test. This test is administered by various investigation authorities to determine whether the statement given by accused is true or a false. This can be studied by measuring the variations in the blood pressure, respiratory rate and other changes that occur to an accused while giving the statements before investigation authorities. So let's study about whether these tests have evidentiary value and what are the observations of Honorable Supreme Court regarding this matter. In the case of Selvi versus State of Karnataka reported in the year 2010, the constitutional validity of the evidences collected through techniques known as narco-analysis, polygraph test and brain mapping were challenged before the Supreme Court on the ground that it violates Article 21 of Indian Constitution and Article 20 subclause 3 of Indian Constitution, that is self-incrimination. The Supreme Court observed that compulsory administration of neuroscientific test will amount to testimonial compulsion and violates Article 20 subclause 3 and Article 21 of Indian Constitution. The court ordered that no test could be administered without the consent of the accused, obtained before judicial magistrate in the presence of their lawyer, and statements made during the test will have same status as the statements made to an police authorities. Narco test was administered in various cases like Godhra Rioit case, Delhi double murder case and Hyderabad blast case, and recently in the case of murder of Shraddha Walkar case in 2022. In the case of Lewis versus State of Kerala reported in the year 2021, the Kerala High Court, while examining the credibility of narco analysis, it was observed that there is also a possibility of accused while conducting narco test that he may make certain statements that support his evidence. Hence, the evidences taken through narco analysis are inadmissible and cannot be claimed as a true evidence. In the case of Vinod Bhai versus State of Gujarat reported in the year 2016, the Gujarat High Court, while examining the admissibility of narco analysis and lie detector test, it was held that lie detector test and narco analysis are used in the aid of investigation and they cannot be admissible as an evidence of a particular fact. However, these evidences which are collected through scientific test can be used for contradicting the evidence under section 313 of CRPC. Every scientific test is coupled with several of the drawbacks or limitations. Similarly, narco analysis and polygraphic test have certain of the limitations. These limitations are published in an article in Indian Journal of Medical Research in which several of the drawbacks of narco analysis and polygraphic test were reported. In narco analysis, if the consent of the person whom the drugs are administered were not taken, then it may lead to physical assault and mental assault, and it can also violate privacy of a person. And while administering those tests, even certain of the persons can retain their consciousness and may deceive by stating false information while answering those questions. In case of polygraph test, The arousal or variations in the heartbeat or respiratory rates may also be triggered by fear or confusion. These tests are not so accurate as to determine whether it is true or a false, and even trained person or the person who can deceive these tests can easily state false information, and the lie detector cannot detect it. So these are the certain of the drawbacks regarding the scientific evidences.